I am the Witch of Jasmine and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a reading for Sagittarius moons. I love Sagittarius moons. I guess I don't really have a particular reason why, other than I'm a Sagittarius rising. I don't know, I like Sagittarius energy. Excited to see you guys. I hope you're doing well. I hope you got through the eclipse season, Mercury retrograde, all of that pretty okay. I barely did. But that's okay. As always, as I'm shuffling these cards, I invite you to take some deep breaths. Oh, coming out nice and quickly. I love it. Gotta love a fire moon sign. That's so fun. That sounded sarcastic. I didn't mean it sarcastically. Anyway, I invite you to take some deep breaths to ground yourself. Maybe grab a snack, some water, a cat if you have any around. Oh, it just popped out. Cat or a pet, whatever. I'm just saying, get comfy. We're chilling. Hopefully this is a chill reading, but we will see. Okay, I cannot straighten these for some reason. These cards do not want to be straight. Good enough. Okay. Sagittarius moons, let's dive in. So, for our oracle card, we have Not for you. Interesting. All right. For our tarot cards, we have Ace of Swords, Five of Cups reversed, Strength, Ace of Wands reversed, Judgment, and the Lovers reversed. Okay. So yeah, right off the bat, we've got Ace of Swords above Ace of Wands reversed. Definitely talking about some sort of opportunity or new beginning of something. I think there's probably something that you want to start that's maybe not such a good and great idea. You know, with Ace of Swords, it's a very powerful card, right? Having this hand that's holding this sword up, right, with the crown on top. You know, Ace of Swords is about wanting to dive into something, right? Getting this idea and, you know, having the power to dive in wholeheartedly. But I sometimes get a little cautious with Ace of Swords because it's just a lot of energy all at once. Right? So sometimes it can look really good in a reading and sometimes it makes me a little nervous. And in this case, it's making me a little nervous because you've got Ace of Wands reversed below that. And Ace of Wands is all about, you know, the creative spark, wanting to start something. And having that reversed is not the best sign. It actually usually is kind of like a lack of a spark. Like maybe you want to start something because you just feel like you should, or, you know, like getting a job that you hate, but you kind of just need a job, so you're starting that, something like that. I think we're kind of starting off something on the wrong foot. I think there is something that you want to start, want to pursue, and it's just not clicking. You're just not, it's not working. I'll dive more into the reasons why, but I think the central reason is this right here. Obviously, it's in the center as well. We have 5 of Cups reversed, which is a nice card to see. I usually 5 of Cards upright is a really tricky card because it's about loss and grief, and that isn't necessarily just with somebody who passed. I know when we say loss and grief, that's the first thing we think of, but like with anything that makes you feel that way, you know, like losing a job, or maybe you dropped out of school, or loss of a relationship, or anything that just makes you feel that loss, that you're grieving something, right? However, when we have it reversed, it's honestly a really good sign. Like, it sucks that you went through that thing happened, but having it reversed shows that you are, you know, putting the puzzle pieces back together and starting to move on, starting to accept it, what happened. And, you know, which is a process. It's not something that you just do, right? It's a process. So I think you are starting to move on from that, which is really, really good. And then below that, of course, we have Judgment, which is, it usually pops up when so we have Major Arcana and the Minor Arcana, 2 types of cards. So the Minor Arcana are these, you know, the 5, the Ace, you know, these cards with the numbers in them. And then we have the Major Arcana, which tells big stories in our lives, like big cycles. So that goes from 1 until, I always forget if it's 21 or 22. I'm pretty sure it's 22, 21. I don't know. Anyway, the world. So Judgment is way towards the end of that. It's 20, right? So what I'm trying to say is it comes up when we're at the end of a long cycle of life, or a chapter. People refer to it as chapters. At the end of a chapter in life. Not quite there, but we're getting there, right? We're towards the end of that chapter. It tells us that now is a good time to be reflecting, to be looking back at what's been going on in this last chapter, but doing it very fairly, very honestly, right? Looking back at yourself and the mistakes that you made and the things that you did well and all of that. I mean, it helps a lot too in this healing process, right? Because I think you're trying to move on to new things right now when it's not quite that time yet. You're getting there, but it's just not quite there. And the things that you're starting are not quite what will be best for you, which is kind of, and resulting in this kind of just not good energy, right? And then we have this final part, which is Strength, and then the Lovers reversed. So, I mean, because we have the Lovers coming up here, that definitely can be a sign that this whole situation has to do with a relationship. However, the Lovers isn't specifically related to relationships all the time, as the name suggests. It can more broadly just be about any kind of partnership, any kind of like 50-50 thing, right? So having it reversed shows us that whatever lessons that you need to be reflecting on, learning from right now, probably have something to do with some sort of inequality, some sort of imbalance, maybe like a work-life imbalance, or an imbalance in a relationship where one person was giving, the other's taking, right? Something like that. And then, of course, with this Strength card, it is the fact that it takes a lot of strength to get through this, right? And we have it upright, which is a good sign, It means that you are being strong right now, getting through this. So that's really good. But yeah, I would suggest just taking time to, before we are really moving on to this new stuff, and obviously life is life, you know, sometimes you can't just decide like, oh no, it's okay, I'll just start a job 2 months from now. Like, no, sometimes you just have to do it. I understand. But I'm saying, if applicable, what would be best right now is to kind of take a pause, you know, before starting any of this stuff. You know, if this is about a relationship, take a pause before you start dating again. You know, just kind of pause. We're going through this reflection time. You are healing, which is really good. But that is a process, right? You're being very strong right now. Continue using that strength. And yeah, maybe reflecting on what imbalances were there. What do you need to balance going forward? So yeah, Sagittarius moons, I hope that this helps you. I hope it gave you some clarity. I'm proud of you. I think you're doing really good. If you have any questions, please let me know. You can leave a comment or you can just reach out to me, whichever you prefer. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again soon. Bye!